Hey, y'all. Welcome to Spark Faith Podcast. I am Dr. Chris Sargent, and I am so excited to be here. I'm about to jump out of my skin. I'm sure you can kind of feel that already. I want to welcome you back, and I haven't done a podcast for a little bit over a year. Lots has happened, and I want to go ahead and update you on that. But first, I want to tell you what we're going to talk about today because it's super exciting, and it has to do with starting again or starting something new. And what is your response when you realize that you're going to start something new? What does that look like in your life? And so I'm going to tell you what happened to me, and then we can talk about it, right? So I want to say three things. First of all, yes, I still have a virtual practice. Yes, I still see clients and patients. Yes, 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 yes. I now live in Tennessee. So lots, like I said, lots has changed, and I will talk more and more about that and how I ended up here, and the story is phenomenal and miraculous. So I found this verse the other day, and it sparked me. And that's what this whole spark thing is about, right? Is sparking us into a new thing and doing things for ourselves. And so what happens to you when you know you're going to do a good thing? And the verse is Isaiah 43:19. I'm just going to read it. So, see, I'm doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you see it? I'm making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. God just gets on the thing, right? So, what do you do? Most of us don't like to think about change or new things. Some of us think it's exciting and it's an adventure, and we just hit it head on, right? Like a bull in a china closet. We just leap before we look. We assess the consequences down the road. I am definitely guilty of being that way for certain things. I just go on my gut feeling and intuition, which I have learned over the past 3 years that that's really the Holy Spirit's way of talking to me, is through my intuition. And so lots of times I just do it. However, I also have been known to hide, which is a little bit of what I've done over the past year or so, hiding from podcasts, hiding a little bit from Facebook Live, hiding a little bit from everything. I've also done and accomplished a lot of things behind the scenes. And so, however, this hiding thing is something that I have and I am working through. And one of the places that hit me not too long ago was Psalm 139. And that's all about how God sees us where we are. He knows us when we were made. He knew when we were made, and that He made us just for right now. And I got to thinking about that. I was out on a big run and realized that my hiding is just another form of resistance. And resistance is a concept that I'm going to bring into some of my podcasts down the road a little bit, but it's from Stephen Pressfield's The War of Art. If you haven't read that, it's a phenomenal book for getting unstuck. And uh but this whole idea of hiding out or freaking out and getting anxious and procrastinating is really, these are just forms of resistance. It's a way of staying distracted so we don't do the thing that we know we should be doing. Whether it's taking up a new habit like eat, drink, move, sleep, think, feel, something around health, or if it's not really wanting to look at your relationship, or not really wanting to look at your job, or not really wanting to look at the fact that you need to move because it's just a huge undertaking. And yes, I just did that. So those are all this resistance that we get stuck in our head about was what was happening to me. And I when I realized the other day when I was taking a run that I was hiding from podcasting and doing a lot of good content writing, I I knew that I just needed to hit it, right? Now the decision is made. So I'm taking this big leap. And when I think about taking a big leap, I'm always reminded of the scene from Indiana Jones. And there's a scene where he has to get across this big giant chasm, right, to get to the Holy Grail. But there's no bridge. It's so deep, you can't go down. It's a flat surface, right? Like you can't scale it, you can't go down it, you can't go up it. So he realizes from his clues that he has to take the action first. And much like the Israelites had to do, they had to step in the Jordan before the Jordan River parted. Indiana Jones had to take that step before the stepping stone popped up and met his foot. And that is where really I am, right? I am stepping out and taking this leap of faith into my new podcast. And I want to take you with me. So I'd love to hear how resistance gets formed in your life and what that looks like. Maybe tell me a little bit about in the comments how you get unstuck from that. And then let's stay in touch, right? Subscribe and learn about my new big scary project. I'm going to be taking content from my old book and bringing in a bunch of new content from my new book that's on its way out. So it's in process right now. So I'd love to hear about how you handle your forms of resistance. And do you just stay stuck? Are you stuck? Have you been stuck? Maybe you got stuck during COVID and you're still stuck. So are you going to stay stuck and just justify your stuckness? Or will you come with me and take this leap into this super exciting adventure that God has planned for you, because he has something big. He has something big. You were put here for a purpose. And as it said in Esther, like for such a time as this, you are here. You are made perfect for such a time as this. So I'm going to sign off for now. And I'd love to hear from you about your comments. I'd love to hear it on Facebook or wherever you find this podcast. Just drop a comment below and tell me about your forms of resistance, and I'll tell you more about mine. Take care. I will talk to you soon. I will be back.